What's poppin' team only? Well, I'm changing the angle up or how I start the video. Um, we're in the heat of summer, or not in the heat of summer. We're starting to get the heat wave of summer. So that means lighter clothing, lightweight clothing, not too much on layers, So this is today's fit. We're gonna go over it, take a seat, get some popcorn, take notes. I can be very long-winded. I feel like I should say pause there. I don't know why it just felt weird for me saying that, but I just like to over-explain things. I'm really a nerd about um, history behind like a designer or a brand or like the why behind a brand, and I'm also a nerd about fabrics, low key. Yeah, strap on in. Paul, I just think I can't even just have a conversation. Man, let's go over this fit, bro. So this was today's fit. As I said, it's pretty warm. It was like 90 degrees. We heating up in Texas. So this is what I rocked. I'm going with real nice, light, relaxed kind of look today, or I went with a nice, light, relaxed look today, but very intentional, much more than it meets the eye kind of look. This is like one of those like you can't teach taste kind of looks, you know what I'm saying? So let's start with the footwear. I have on the Dries Van Noten suede sneaker. Follow my, if you look down like my shorts, I talk about this sneaker. I've unboxed this sneaker. I have it in the black and white and in the camel, but again, I'll say this is arguably the best fashion sneaker silhouette in the last few years, other than like, the Prada one, which was the original one that kind of set everything up. It was like the Prada joint, and then these came, and then, a Wildfire. Margiela Sprinter, which I also have, and then Bodie, Nike collaboration, which people are wearing. Again, like the low profile sneaker is really killing. I can't even it's so difficult for me to reach for, I'm an OG sneakerhead, so it's so difficult for me to reach for my Jordans, reach for my bulkier silhouettes right now, because I'm just loving what this silhouette does for the type of trousers that I'm styling with my looks. And not only is just the versatile aspect, not only is it kind of, in a more, not only am I styling in a more high street fashion way or just like luxury fashion way, but it's also very casual, very streetwear, kind of like I'm doing today. So the Dries Van Noten sneaker is completely undefeated. I mean, I'll give you the whole overlays and things of that nature so you can see more in detail, but that's the sneaker I went with today. For the pants are dope. They're from a women's wear designer actually, named Jamie Holler. But first off, my G's, you can wear women's trousers, especially when the designer leans more masculine or has a tomboy aesthetic similar to Jamie Holler. She designs her clothing more for women who don't mind kind of dressing in between, or the woman who likes to kind of wear men's clothing. So these silhouettes are very comparable to a guy, right? So the cool thing about this pant is it can be worn 3 different ways. Right now, I have it cuffed, but you can uncuff it, and then there's a button down here, which you can unbutton to make it a little bit more voluminous on the bottom. And then it has these I always forget these I always want to call them drawstrings. I forget the name of these tassels. I guess they might be tassels. I don't know, but you can I kind of have it loose right now because relaxed is kind of look today. But you can tie it. You can wear this one in a cross manner. It's crazy, but this is a nice lightweight khaki pant. Jamie Holler has incredible or impeccable taste. She was an old home restorer. She was also I believe an interior designer, and then also a home restorer, interior designer. And then she launched her label in 2020 because she just and during COVID, because she decided she wanted to launch a fashion label. So she started with footwear, had no idea what she was doing, which I completely admire. I completely admire just going full on, and just figuring out as you go. I've done that playbook plenty of times in life. I'm doing it right now on YouTube. Don't know what I'm doing really, but just going, I'm gonna figure it out. I'll get better. Refer to the description as far as where I'm at, right? Jamie Holler, you can go to her, check her out. For reference, I'm a true 28. So that translates to a size in between size 4 and 6, really a true 4. But I have quite the woman's pants collection when I think about it. So I might do a video on that. Anyways, for the top is from a Parisian brand called Officine Generale. or Officine General. I kind of have like I have a Spanish tongue, so like, I'm actually not even 100% sure how you pronounce that in like a more French way or vernacular. Officine General is kind of what I think. But anyways, it was founded by this guy named Pierre Maheo, real smooth guy. If you think kind of like the Dos Equis man, and then you put the Dos Equis man as a fashion designer, it's this guy. This is who Pierre Maheo is. And like, he really specializes in designing clothes that feel nonchalant, but have the best tailored cuts, best elevated fabrics. You know, they source fabrics in between Britain, Japan, and Italy. So they're working with a lot of great fabrics for each season. This shirt, I forget the name of it, but it is made out of a blend between lyocell and virgin wool. Lyocell is made from tree bark, so it has those properties that allow you to, allow the shirt to be moisture wicking and temperature regulating. And certain thing with virgin wool. Virgin wool is designed to be temperature regulating to your actual body. So virgin wool, people have a misconception behind wool. Virgin wool and like baby cashmeres, you can wear in both seasons, because in the hot weather, it'll keep you cooler. And then in the winter weather, it'll keep you warmer. So that's a little nugget for y'all. Virgin wool and lyocell blend is a killer combination, because again, you're getting the best of both of those worlds of temperature regulating, moisture wicking, drapey fabric. You know, as you can see, this shirt is super nice, right? Love this old kind of like rugby kind of fit, this athletic kind of fit. Love how it just drapes. I get a lot of compliments on this shirt. Again, this is that intentionality I was telling you about. Behind the look, it's much more than meets the eye. And I'm not like I don't really like, somebody asked me the other day, do I like think about how much my fit is when I'm wearing it? So I don't really clock my fit as far as like how much it is. But again, the intentionality behind silhouette, I really love this pant because it has that, that classic Japanese sail shape, or like the women call it like the, what do I was gonna say, bamboo, but it's not the bamboo cut. It starts with a B, but it's basically when the pant kind of accentuates and then comes out. You've seen it all through fashion. You've seen it accentuated in the more like wider pant silhouette when guys are wearing with like wider pants and then like shorter tops. You've seen it, but like I really love it in a more classic Japanese kind of way, and that's what Jamie did a really good job of. But again, we're focusing on Officine General. Check them out. Price point is a little bit in the masstige price point range, which is like not all the way luxury, but attainable luxury, right? So this shirt was like $270 or something like that. Really love it. And then for the bag, this tote is from Dagna Dover, which is a brand out of New York. I think it was founded by like 3 different women. And they have a sustainability mission. A sustainable based bag brand. Sustainable based bag brand is crazy. And I actually did a partnership with them a couple of years ago. This is I got a few different items, and this is one of the items I picked. This was their grocery store tote, which is no longer available, but I love this tote because it leans athletic. It leans also luxury as well. I love this mesh material. And why I chose it today is because, again, I'm kind of like, and again, this relaxed, nonchalant, but kind of, I don't want to say athleisure, but it's kind of giving like low-key, like, nostalgic Sandlot kind of vibes, if that makes sense. Like if you just like put me in like Sandlot with this look, you know what I'm saying? Because like the shoes are retro, the shirt has this rugby kind of fit, just imagine. Like I wish I had an editor could have like literally come in and just like put me in an area where I just like hit a baseball in Sandlot, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I decided to go with the tote versus like, a backpack or like a luxury bag or any kind of bag, because I like the shape and I like the volume that I also get from this tote as well. But I don't think this is available anymore, but check out Dagna Dover. They're known for travel, but they also have some bags where, that lean in the more fashionable realm. And then for the hat, this is Paige's London. Brand no longer exists, but I have a couple hats from them. This is one of my favorite hats ever. I have a thing for trucker hats, low brim trucker hats that are distressed. This is my thing, and don't worry, something's coming soon. But brand no longer exists, but I love just like the aesthetic of it. It's perfect for this look as well. And then chrome hearts on the ring, Cartier nail ring, Margot Wolf bracelet. And this is Cartier, Cartier, yeah. Cartier inspired nail ring, because I forgot I worked with a jeweler that did this. Margot Wolf bracelet made from an ancient way of creating jewelry, which is called lost wax casting. This is made from barley wheat. Really dope ring. And then Aura watch, AURA watch. Shout out Paul Quintavella, which he's like a, you know, kind of an OG YouTuber. He used to be like the person that was doing a lot of, back in the Fear of God hype days, he was covering a lot of that, like recording himself going and getting drops from PacSun, and whoever was carrying it in the different malls around. I think he was based in somewhere in California, Sacramento or something like that. But I mean, he's still posting content today, but I've been following him that long. Good guy, has his own clothing brand as well and his own watch brand. So when he debuted this one, this really spoke to me because his mission is to kind of put out watches that are, you know, akin to some of like the, you know, ones that are super sought after, like, you know, Audemars Piguet's, you know, Royal Oaks and Rolexes and Cartier, Santos's and things of that nature, but at a more affordable price. Not biting design completely, but inspired by solid movement, Japanese Miyota 80 movement, I believe. So just real nice, automatic. And yeah, so, and then I think I have some earrings from, this is from Jackson. Can y'all see that? I think I'm wearing I'm wearing my cross earring. Jackson is like basically like a trendy streetwear, hip hop, urban kind of jewelry brand, but I really only go to them for earrings. I just thought the cross was cool. Added a little edge to the look, a little personality. I think I just have a diamond stud in that I got from a jeweler back home in H. I have a couple of necklaces on as well, but I didn't really want to show the necklaces today because I just wanted to, again, be a little bit more understated, but I wanted some of that, like, you know, some of that, my personality, that low-key edge, like, just enough to know, like, just enough for you to see and know it's there, but not to be, you know, very show-off and braggadocious with my jewelry. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much my aesthetic anyways. But yeah, that's the entire look. Let me know if you gain any value from this video, whether it be a pure fit inspiration, new places to shop, or a color palette to experiment with. I didn't really go too crazy on the palette today. More in kind of like an achromatic colorway with like a soft, with like, you know, a neutral at the bottom to kind of like add a little bit more like warmth to the look, if you will. So yeah, and then if you like the video, you know, subscribe to your boy, like, do all those things. I appreciate you watching if you made it to the end. And yeah, let's build the community, Team Only. Peace.